Alrighty, what up guys, and welcome back to Kush Calls TV. Today's episode, we're going to be doing a comparison. Bic versus HempWick, what's the best way to light your weed? So hope you guys at home have your smoking device loaded. Hope you guys will be joining your cannabis related products with me. And we're not going to be doing a hip rate challenge because this is take number 32. I actually just did like 2 5-minute fucking videos already and I fucked up in the middle of them, so I had to delete them. I've already smoked on my bowl pretty good. We're smoking on some sour cookies, which I'll put a picture of at the beginning of the show here, but it's just about gone here. So, yeah, won't be doing a hit for head challenge because I've already fucked up a couple times, smoked a little too much weed. But like I said, hope you guys have your smoking device loaded, join your cannabis-related products with me, and we're going to take a hit here and get into this quick comparison of Bic versus HempWick. So here we go, guys, and toast. But before we get into that, I want to give a quick shout-out to Puffin Lugs and Jared Silva for their little tip and trick on how to store and have a little holder for your HempWick here by using a salt shaker. I got the idea from them, so shout out to you guys. Like I said, Puffs and Lugs and Jared Silva, a couple weed tubers. But I got my HempWick the other day. That was the first thing I did, was put it in the salt shaker there. It's definitely very useful. Very, definitely a lot better to use with the salt shaker than without it. And then also shout out to Trey Brown for letting me know to clean my new nail, that ceramic nail that I got from the pot shop. To clean it with a Q-tip, sit there and clean it out there so it stays nice and clean. But to use a Q-tip to clean it and shit like that. So shout out to him. Thank you for letting me know about that. And also another big shout out to fellow weed tuber Captain Chronic. I saw his video the other day where he got a new rig, and he was talking about how if you get a nail from like a head shop, that you should probably watch out for that and probably not get nails from head shops because they're very thin, just very unreliable, can crack a lot easier. He's noticed that Captain Chronic noticed that getting nails online like Instagram and stuff like that, if you get a nail online, it's probably going to be a lot better quality and a lot more reliable than, say, one from a head shop. So a big shout out to him because I had because I was also worried about that because fucking, like I said, I got the ceramic nail from the pot shop, which is basically like a head shop. So I was worried about it cracking. You let me know that if it's, just make sure it ain't paper thin and it won't crack. And also, if you guys saw the video yesterday, I didn't know how to heat up the nail. I didn't know if I was supposed to heat it from the top of the actual dish or if I was supposed to heat around the side of the dish. And he let me know that he heats his ceramic nail from the side of the dish and he doesn't let it sit on one side too long. He tries to evenly heat it up so it doesn't crack. And which thank you for letting me know about that because I was sitting there heating it up on one side for like 15 20 seconds and then kind of going around, then trying to evenly heat it, then heat up the other side for another 15 fucking 20 seconds. So I was definitely doing it wrong. So thank you for Captain Chronic for letting me know, not to sit there and just hold the flame on one side for too long so it will crack. So I'll be sitting there doing that, fucking heating it around now so I won't fucking crack my goddamn fucking nail and shit. I don't want to crack another one. The last one broke from just a freak accident. I was just sitting there, picking it up with some motherfucking metal tongs. It was like some fucking hot dog type of tongs. Sitting there picking it up, and then I squeezed a little too hard, and then the fucking nail just, pew, just shot right the fuck out, hit the wall, and it just, the top of the nail snapped right off, and then it was just the nail by itself without the top of it, so you couldn't dab on it or nothing. But that's how the last nail broke. I was just sitting there picking up with some tongs, so I didn't know where I put my oven mitts. So I just, fucking the nail, I just, use some oven mitts, pick it up, and fucking put it off to the side. But I sat there, I couldn't find it, so I used some fucking metal tongs, and it picked it up, and then pew, it was just like that, instant, just fucking broke. But like I said, shout out to Captain Chronic, Trey Brown, Puffin Lungs, and Jared Silva for all the tips and tricks for helping me out here. And we're going to take another hit here and actually get into this comparison of Bic versus HempWick. Because I've never used HempWick until about 2 days ago. Because normally, I just use Bic, just light the motherfucker with the flame. If it isn't broken, why fix it? It worked for me for 10 years, but decided what the fuck. I've seen, like, in the past year, everybody switching over from lighters to HempWick. So, wonder what the hell the buzz was all about. So, go ahead and get into this comparison here. Now, when I first, or essentially, I used Bic and HempWick in bong, in the thick ass glass bong that I have, as well as the spoon pipes. And I noticed a little difference when I was using the bong, a little difference in the flavors. Uh, just a little bit though. And then in the spoon pipes, I noticed a huge difference in the taste and the flavor of the weed that I was smoking. Now with the bong, I sat there, I used the HempWick, and to me personally, I thought the HempWick when I was smoking my weed out of the thick ass glass, that the HempWick was actually distorting the flavor of the cannabis. I was actually able to taste the HempWick a lot more than the actual weed itself, the flavors of the weed, the pine, the sweet skunk, everything like that. So when I was sitting there lighting it, lighting the bowl with the HempWick, smoking it out of a bong, I noticed the HempWick distorted the flavor, essentially a good amount, just to where I could notice the HempWick taste. I was like, that tastes like what it smelled like when it was burning, that HempWick. So I didn't notice that when I was smoking out of the bong, that the HempWick did distort the flavor, where when I switched over and used Bic, I didn't have, any distorted flavor at all. I didn't taste no butane. I didn't taste anything like that. I just tasted the pure weed. So when it came to smoking out of the bong, just for the pure flavor, to get, the best flavor out of your weed, the Bic was actually better smoking the weed in the bong than the actual HempWick. Hopefully that made somewhat sense. I'm fucking having a hard time talking here. Probably have to take another hit, but like I said, when I was smoking out of the bong, I did notice a little difference in the taste, and that was the HempWick. When I used the HempWick, smoke out the bong, that I got a HempWick taste. It distorted the flavor of the weed, where the Bic, I didn't notice any distorted flavor whatsoever. So when it came to smoking a bowl of weed out the bong, me personally, I would have to go with Bic over HempWick, just because it distorted the flavor. And obviously, whatever you're using to light your weed, it should not distort the flavor. You want to get the most flavor out your bud that you possibly can. Now, obviously, the best way to do that is to vaporize, but that costs a lot of money to fucking, buy an $80-$100 fucking volcano and bags and shit like that. $2 here, $3 here. So when it came to smoking out the bong, I actually prefer the Bic over the HempWick, just, going by pure flavor standpoint. I'll take a quick hit here, so I can actually talk. And of course, the HempWick went out. What the hell? That was the first time the HempWick actually went out when I was taking a hit. Now, when it comes to smoking weed out the spoon pipe, completely fucking different. When I sat there and smoked out loaded a bowl up into orangey Old Faithful, and I started using the HempWick, I actually noticed that the HempWick didn't distort the flavor at all. I actually got, like, probably the best flavor I possibly could get off of some weed, smoking it out of a spoon pipe, combusting it. Like, when I used the HempWick out of the spoon pipe, it was perfect. I actually got more flavors than I normally would when I used the Bic. When I went to go use the Bic, and I took a hit, on that second, third type of hit, fucking when it was already, burnt up a little bit. When I took that hit, I could taste that combusted flavor. And then I switched over to the HempWick, and, I took that fifth hit with the HempWick there. And it didn't taste like the Bic. It didn't taste all bad and combusted. It tasted like, I got, like, really good taste of fucking just good weed flavor or whatever, It tasted a whole lot better with the HempWick than it did with the actual lighter here. I got more flavor using the HempWick, more of that fucking, that skunk, the sweet pine, just whatever, the flavors I was getting out of that weed I was smoking. I got more of the taste of it by using the HempWick than actually using the Bic in the spoon pipe, which is weird, because the HempWick distorted the flavor when I was smoking out of the bong, and I was smoking the same strain. Everything was completely cleaned out. Everything was alcohol, first bowl in it. Everything was all done. So the HempWick was, I got the HempWick fucking distorted the flavor on the bong, but it didn't distort the flavor though on the spoon pipe. It actually brought out the flavor in the weed in the spoon pipe, which I thought was very strange, very, very strange. But when it comes to just kind of smoking your flower, like I said, me personally, the bong, I preferred the Bic when I was smoking weed out the bong. I don't know why, but the HempWick, I could actually taste it in the bong. But when I was smoking it out of the spoon pipe here, I didn't taste the hemp wick at all. I actually just tasted the, I taste the weed a lot more better though. It's like more enhanced, more flavorful. It's really strange compared to when I used the Bic. When I used the Bic and took a hit, it just tasted like some really combusted weed. Almost like if you take a dab, if you sit there and take a very hot and hurty fucking dab, you notice how it gets that kind of already burnt taste. That's what it tasted like when I used the Bic, smoking the flower out of the spoon pipe. And then, if you take a low temp dab, you get the flavors that really, brings out the flavors in it. When you take that low temp, you can taste everything in that strain. That's what it tasted like when I used the hemp wick in the spoon pipe, which is very fucking strange. And then also, real quickly, the one thing, I'll probably do a quick little pros and cons list. The pro, real quickly, for Bic, it's cheap, $2, it's a lot cheaper than hemp wick. You put it in your pocket, you light it once, it works every time. You don't have to light something else. You don't need anything else to light it. So light it like that, easy to use, fucking put it in your pocket, everything else. So those are kind of the pros of the using a lighter. And then real quickly, the pros of using the hemp wick. I think it might actually last longer than a Bic. And then also just you can, it's a little bit healthier, obviously, or it is healthier because you're using hemp, weed, instead of using butane, a gas, something that's actually bad for you. And, they'll probably come out with some statistic that, people that smoke weed with butane instead of smoking weed with hemp wick, shortens their life by like 10 years or something like that. We'll probably have that study come out. But, obviously butane's, bad. So hemp's good. Fucking, it might last longer than a Bic, the thing itself. So that might be a little bit better. Those are the pros for the hemp wick. And then, of course, the flavor. When I was smoking it out of the spoon pipe, it did enhance the flavor of the weed and it did not distort it. So those are a couple pros to that. But the cons to the, alright, let's go ahead and get into the cons because I'm just going all out of order. I apologize. It's been a while since I've actually done a review on something that wasn't fucking just straight cannabis, just straight strain review, something like that. Last time we did one of these was like 4 months ago when I did the best lighter. But the pros of the, or I should say the cons of the Bic though, is obviously you're using butane and also the flame. The flame is very high or whatever, fucking like 1,000 degrees and shit like that. Very hot, very very high temperature fucking flame. And obviously that'll burn up your weed a lot more and fucking you get that combusted taste and shit like that. And also another pro for this one here for the hemp wick is that it burns at a lower flame and shit like that. And it'll also help with conserving weed so you don't burn up your entire bowl in one hit. But back to the con, like I said, butane, as well as it's a very, burns your weed at a high temperature, so it'll taste a little bit less worse or whatever in the spoon pipe, as well as fucking, it'll burn up your weed a lot faster. And then the con for the hemp wick here, this here is just a fucking fire hazard, okay? I don't know about you guys, but this here is a fucking fire hazard. Like, you sit there, take your hit of weed here with your hemp wick, okay, now it's time to put it out. Blow it out. Oh shit, it's burning. Burn. Go out, motherfucker. Go out, go out, go out. Oh no, my house is on fire. My house is on fire. Or you sit there, light it, take a hit. Sit there, take a big rip in there. Exhale, then start coughing. You just got really fucking stoned. You're all coughing and shit. You need to get a drink of water, so you get up, you set this off to the side there, go get a drink of water, then all of a sudden, fucking completely forget about it and shit. You go outside, come back in, house is on fire. House is on fucking fire. What the fuck are you gonna do? So that's one big con I do have with this hemp wick here, is that it's just a fucking fire hazard, okay? If that, and it smells really bad too. It does smell really bad after, you blow it out. Fucking smells like some burnt paper. That's what it smells like to me, just burnt paper. But yeah, con for hemp wick, safety fucking hazard. And also, another con for hemp wick, you always have to have a fucking lighter to light your hemp wick. So no matter what, hopefully, I think they actually do make little things for your lighter though, where you could go around it and you can sit there and you can fucking do the, do that shit. But still, you always have to have a lighter to light your hemp wick. So there's some cons for the hemp wick. Then, like I said, of course, the cons for the Bic, butane, high flame, burns your weed up and all that shit. So, holy shit, we're at 15 minutes, so you guys won't even be able to see the picture of the fucking star cookies. I'll throw a picture in there somehow, some way, but maybe I might just go get some more of it, probably do a straight review on it, because it is really good, but yeah, man, I didn't expect this comparison to be this long, but as you guys saw there, I'm fucking up all over the place. I was just off topic, fucking all around, just all out of order, but straight up, when it comes to Bic versus HempWick, for me, I would take, personally, I would actually prefer HempWick if I'm smoking weed out of a spoon pipe. But if I'm smoking out of a bong, I do prefer Bic. But in general, right now, the best way to probably light your weed is probably just Bic in general, because no matter what, you're going to have this, regardless. If you use HempWick, you're going to need a Bic. If you don't use HempWick, you're probably going to use Bic, unless you use a torch, which I don't know why you would use a torch. If you guys just use a straight up torch just to light your flower, to light your, bowl of fucking bud, let me know down in the comments why you probably prefer a torch over one of these options. Because me personally, I would not recommend using a torch. But straight up, when it comes to lighting your weed, back on topic here, I would actually have to say Bic is probably the best way to light your cannabis over the HempWick. Just me personally, even though, like I said, if you are smoking cannabis out of a spoon pipe, you want to get the best flavor, I probably would suggest to use HempWick, but just in general, when it comes down to it, if you have a pipe, you have a bowl, and you need something to light it, you got one option, got it backwards, you're going to want to pick up Bic. That's the number way to light weed. I'm pretty sure people have been lighting their weed with Bic for about 50 fucking years, or whenever Bic started up, I guarantee you they were smoking weed with a Bic. That's the first thing. Actually, I should probably take that back. I forgot about Zippo. Zippo's been around probably longer than Bic, but straight up, Bic, that's the best way to light your weed for right now, until they come up with a better invention of the HempWick. Maybe they might come with a hemp version of a Bic. Maybe they might, get some hemp seed oil and then somehow manage to fucking, make a lighter to where, lights on fucking hemp seed oil, and then you have like a HempWick version of a lighter. Some ideas just popped up when I'm fucking smoking weed. Got a stoner idea there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. If you guys have subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe for more Kush Kyle's TV. Whoa. Fucking screen just flashed on me. Like, no dismiss battery or nothing. The shit just flashed. That was fucking strange. But if you guys happen to have any suggestions, ideas, or topics, let me know down in the comments. And also, this fucking video did not make any sense. Let me know down in the comments, because I think I fucked up a lot. But most importantly, guys, hope you guys at home have a great day or night, all around 24 hours. Definitely stay high, stay medicated, stay lifted, and always enjoy your herb. Peace, and see you guys next time on Kush Kyle's TV without any clouds. And I should probably leave, because I've been sitting in this car for the past hour. And we only got 18 minutes of video here already. So yeah, I'm just going to leave, guys. I need to go. But peace, see you guys next time on Kush Kyle's TV. And definitely leave some comments, because you guys know I read all the comments. But yeah, like I said, peace.